And we are live.
We are live.
Welcome to absolutely everyone watching from all over the world, in fact. And I've been watching the YouTube comments the whole 4 or 5 minutes that we've been busy streaming, and it is so exciting. I think we are breaking ground tonight.
We are, and while we're busy and opening and everybody is coming on board and online, I am Jacques Tomlinson, and right next to me is the veteran
Emmanuel Peterson.
There we go. Guys, just welcome to today. It is groundbreaking for us here in South Africa, and which is totally, it is so exciting that we could feel the vibe miles away. Everybody that's out there under quarantine, under the lockdown and things like that, you have no idea, the vibe has been insane.
Now, as you guys know, because everyone that is on here tonight, except maybe a couple of people, I'm hoping there's a lot of people that has never been to a Relay for Life, because if you haven't been there, you're going to experience what a Relay for Life is. Of course, we prefer to do it in person, but obviously, COVID-19 happened, so we can't do it in person. So, what I want you guys to do is to actually share photos of yourselves, and if you've got photos of your specific Relays for Life, I want you guys to share it on Facebook and YouTube, or whichever platform you chose to view tonight, because we are on a couple of platforms, and this is breaking ground. It's the second virtual Relay for Life that I know of, and the first one in Africa.
Wow.
So you guys are welcome.
There we go. And on another note, I mean, the whole thing is to share, and you'll never walk alone. So to share that message and get it out there more, there is the main streams that you are all tuned in on right now. One is on Facebook, perhaps, and maybe on the YouTube, depending on which one was more comfortable for you. The other thing is on the Facebook app, if I'm going to actually use my phone just to give it to you, to get the word spread even more. At the bottom, you will find in the comments and things like that is a share button. You can hit the share button, and what happens there is it says at the top, start a watch party. What happens there is you can click that, it'll go into another box like this, and you can click start at the top, or share to your groups, but for now, start the watch party. And it'll start a watch party on your actual profile. But now, just the other thing, if you want to come back to the main feed, all you need to do is then go back, and it'll say leave for now, and you'll come back to the main feed where everybody's comments are going to be tonight. This way, all your people on your Facebook profile will also be exposed to what's happening tonight. Let's get the word out there. Let's make it more successful than it's ever been.
Now, part of the Relay for Life is obviously fundraising, because without the fundraising, we cannot continue, or CANSA cannot continue to do the fabulous work that they've done for all these years. And, to tell us more about CANSA and to officially start this Relay for Life, I think it is fitting to introduce one of our guest speakers tonight. And that is, as Maria would call him, our president. But, Rian, we're going to introduce you, and then obviously right after we're going to introduce Leilani Geduld. I saw someone on, if you see me looking down, we've got like a gazillion computers going at the same time to make this happen, and I can actually see the real-time comments, and someone actually gave a shout out to Leilani, and she is such a special person, but so is everyone.
Yes,
so, with no further ado,
there we go.
Rian, please.
Good evening, my name is Rian Loubser, and I trust that you are safe at home during COVID-19 lockdown. It has been hard on everyone. It has made us feel alone and fearful, even though most of us are blessed with good health. It has, however, been far worse for people living with cancer, because individuals diagnosed with cancer are at a very high risk should they become infected with COVID-19. As a volunteer with the Cancer Association of South Africa, I can say cancer cares and have cared even more during these difficult times. Cancer could only care because of caring friends, donors and supporters such as yourself who continue to support the Relay for Life program in South Africa. Thanks to your support, the dedicated cancer staff and volunteers were still able to ensure that patients are cared for during the lockdown. You made it possible for cancer to support those diagnosed with cancer and their caregivers through these times, and it will be your continued solidarity with our cancer patients through the Relay for Life program that will ensure that those who hear the words, "You have cancer," will never walk alone.
You make it possible for cancer to assure people living with cancer that they are not alone. And if they are fearful, we are there for them. Even though cancer's face-to-face services are limited by lockdown, cancer is still operational. Assistance is available via online support through the website, social media, and staff conducting counseling telephonically and on WhatsApp. The Cancer Association of South Africa continues to support stoma patients with orders and deliveries once a week. The cancer care homes and tough living with cancer facilities remain open. These facilities provide a home away from home, accommodation, meals, transport, and care for adults and treatment. This ensures that patients do not miss out on the life-saving cancer treatment. The increased need for cancer services come at a price, but keeping them accessible is vital to the well-being of our patients and their families. So let's keep the relay flame alive. Let's celebrate, let's remember, and continue to fight back and ensure that nobody walks alone.
During lockdown, while the public hospitals are open and receiving patients, cancer patients will continue to stay at some of the cancer care homes with protective measures and strict infection procedures. Cancer Care Home and Cancer TLC Lodge staff are hard at work during lockdown, ensuring that our cancer patients are being supported, receiving healthy meals, and being taken to and from treatment centres. Cancer care homes cater for patients receiving cancer treatment with accommodation, transport, and meals. Cancer patients are high-risk candidates being immunocompromised. Being away from family and maintaining social distancing to limit the risk of infection is especially hard when you're unwell, so emotional support for our patients is vital. Being an essential service provider has been difficult in this climate. Despite this, our passionate and caring staff have been there since the start of lockdown and will be there until the end of it. Our staff have sacrificed their families and loved ones, with many moving into our facilities during lockdown to care for our patients. We are proud of our cancer heroes. We still need your support. Any donations of food, sanitizers and masks would be hugely appreciated and will go a long way to making the lives of our patients and our carers that little bit easier. You can support vulnerable cancer patients during COVID-19.
Okay, how amazing is that? And I just want to give a shout out to the incredible staff partners and the volunteers, the relayers, absolutely everyone that makes a Relay for Life what it is.
That indeed. And continuing in that vein, in 2020, 29 countries across 6 continents host Relay for Life events, and South Africa became a partner of the Global Relay for Life program in 2005.
Now in 2020, we as cancer relayers are celebrating, remembering and fighting back as part of the global force against cancer for the 15th year.
Not even a lockdown or quarantine can stop this united force from continuing this fight.
We are proud cancer ambassadors. We are active cancer volunteers. And I must say, I'm very, very proud to say that I have been actively involved in 39 relays.
Well, that correction on that one.
What correction?
Tonight would officially be your 40th.
That is correct. I was actually getting a bit depressed because I was looking forward to that 40th on my 40th birthday and or birth year, and then COVID hit. Now, As a relay master of ceremonies and entertainer at all these events, I've had the honor to experience how South African communities unite in the fight against cancer. I've walked the track and, we've had gale force winds.
We've had storms.
All the relayers will know this. We've had storms. We've had the most incredible sunrises and sunsets.
Oh, those are the best. The moonlit nights.
The moonlit nights.
That's incredible.
Not to even talk about the amount of tears and the amount of joy that we have experienced with other relayers on the track.
It's true. We've literally laughed and had fun, and we've cried with total strangers who have become friends, closest of friends actually. Relay for Life creates the platform for you and me to unite in the fight against cancer.
Now, Jacques, you have been involved now for about 3 years, right?
I'm going on 4 years now.
Wow, can you believe the time flying like that?
It does, and we are I regard myself very blessed because my soul has been touched by so many of you out there, and I know it will continue to be that. And Relay for Life just makes that connection between everybody.
Now, the mission is to show the struggle that a cancer patient goes through on their journey from when they initially diagnosed all the way to survival. And anybody that's been to a Relay for Life will know that both the survivors as well as the caregivers are the VIPs of every event. So why do we relay?
Well, you're about to find out.
Let's show them, Jacques.
I was introduced to Relay as a cancer survivor, and it was an opportunity for me to experience being with other people as a cancer survivor. We find that in our communities, people don't speak about, I've got cancer or I've survived.
Initially, I relayed for selfish reasons, and that was just to spend time with Rita, my wife. She was a survivor.
I told no one, not my friends, not anyone in my family, not my work colleagues. It was 12 months of complete loneliness. It was only a couple of years later when I got invited to go to Relay for Life.
My reason for relaying has changed. It's because I believe it's not just for Rita. It's for all the unspoken people out there, the unsung heroes out there. I believe I have a voice, I have a platform, and I have some influence that helps to take the message across that cancer can be beaten. Together we can. All those hashtags are not just hashtags, but they're real.
There I went, and they had a survivor lab, and I stood on the side and I thought, wow, this is actually amazing, this is beautiful. But the deciding factor for me, and probably the moment that changed my life, came during luminaria, when we were sitting on the grass and the lights go out and you see all these bags around the track, and it got really, really quiet. And at that moment, it hit me. It's okay. It's okay that I had cancer. It is okay to share the story. And I turned to my friend actually and I said, I have to tell you something. I actually had cancer.
So being at a relay, you're with people who have common purpose, who have shared common experiences.
It's an overstatement to say I live for Relay for Life, but you know, I will not miss it.
So whatever you're going through, you don't feel that you are alone, because you know that there's always somebody on the other side.
I relay for change, for myself and my family, other survivors, those who have passed on. Someone said they relay for birthdays, and to me that's really special, because I turned 30 this year, and I was crying all day. I was crying all day because 3 years ago I never thought that I'd see my 30th birthday. So more birthdays, more bedtime kisses and stories and long walks on the beach, more time.
Once we're taking the message out there, what Relay does and what we hope to achieve, it's also opening up those little small towns. It's actually exposing them to this excellent resource that we have that takes care of people.
So I will always relay until my little face is on that white bag at the end of a luminaria. Until then, I'll relay. I am so empowered by them to now go out and share my story, because I need people to know being alone is a choice. You don't have to be alone. If I had gone to relay sooner, if I had spoken to people sooner, it would have been so much easier, because you don't have to be alone.
Relay for Life provides the platform to increase visibility and create awareness about a disease, cancer, that still affects too many lives. It also provides us with the opportunity to do mission funding, to enhance volunteerism, and to advocate for a South Africa where the words "you have cancer" would not have to be heard in the future. Relay for Life symbolizes the journey of a cancer survivor, and cancer survivors and cancer caregivers walk hand in hand at Relay for Life events, sharing their journey, sharing their story. It is these incredible stories of cancer survivors that provide hope. You walk hand in hand with individuals that have walked this journey for over 40 years. You meet newly diagnosed cancer survivors, each one with their own special journey. Global Heroes of Hope is an international program that provides the opportunity to share the stories of those affected by cancer, sharing their journey of hope. Cancer have been part of this incredible approach for almost 10 years. Every year, we have special Global Hero of Hope stories that we share around the track. To our Global Heroes of Hope, thank you for creating hope, for sharing your stories. Once a hero, always a hero. And for us at CANSA, every cancer survivor and every cancer caregiver is a hero.
It is you watching this Relay for Life virtual event that is the biggest role models cancer have to help us give hope to all in need of cancer support services.
If you show your friends, family, co-workers and your community that with cancer's help, those in need can and will receive support in a positive way, they will be inspired to help us raise the much needed funds for this mission.
You can donate. There are many means to donate. You would have seen on the screen in front of us right now. There is Zapper. There are all sorts of means. There's bank account details. While you are chatting on the pages right now, be it Facebook, be it YouTube, there will be account numbers that will be furnished to you and put there. If it's not there, ask for them. Trust me, there are so many of us on board at the moment. You will get the details. Please help. It is dire.
Now, in today's day and time, I get a lot of comments about people saying, yeah, but charity starts at home. And what I want to ask you is to actually open your hearts and open your wallets. I know it is tough out there, but it's also tough for cancer survivors out there. And CANSA has various and numerous cancer care homes that they fund, and these care homes, they give transport. I actually get emotional when it comes to this, and I said I'm not going to try and not get emotional tonight, but there are so many people that are struggling with this dreaded disease and they have nowhere to go, so they actually end up in the care homes, because at the care homes they can be cared for and they can be taken to the doctor's appointments and for the chemo. And this costs money, and it's not just that. We talk about the TLC, Cancer TLC, that looks after kids with cancer. Now imagine this. I want to paint this picture, and this is why I get emotional, because I am the uncle to a couple of beautiful boys, and you know what breaks my heart is the fact that a kid that's suffering through cancer, what do? You can't tell them, listen, mommy and daddy cannot be with you. We can't support you. We can't love you. So what the TLC homes does, they've actually got space where they've got one of the parents that can actually stay with the child. And, you know, it's heartbreaking to think about it, but unfortunately it's a reality. So please open your hearts and open your wallets. And if you look right here, you will see banking details, and even if you can only afford 100 Rand or 50 Rand, you know, it's tough out there, I get it, but that little bit of money doesn't seem like a lot. If you add it up, it makes a big difference. So I am going to ask you very, very nicely, and in fact, we are going to show you a little video of the Cancer TLC homes and what they do, and while we do that, please, if you can, make a donation. Jacques?
Yes, please. And while Emmanuel's preparing the video and getting ready there are so many other means and ways. I mean, the headgear I'm wearing on my head, it's also part of the fundraising. If you would like one of these, they are awesome. They're really stylish too. But there are so many other means. The cancer mugs, the cancer headgear, all sorts of things to raise money. And through the Relay for Life have so many means just to give back to you, but in more so, they give back to the cancer family through these care homes. And we often ask, so what exactly is this money raised by cancer used for? Have a look.
Sometimes you don't die because of the pain that you have. You die because of the support that you lack.
It was my eldest daughter's 40th birthday party. When she heard the news, she ran away. She absolutely ran away from the doctor.
The brain cancer was starting. The situation was very, very bad.
Having cancer was really hard for me. I became very drowsy. I had a headache most of the time. I had to miss school.
We had no hope. Even the understanding between me and my wife was sour. We were accusing each other. of not doing enough for our child.
As a parent, you want to love your child, fix them, look after them, and you are really challenged when the livelihood and the health of your child is not in your hands. I can't imagine anything worse.
He was diagnosed with a lymphoma cancer, stage 4. He had 4 cycles of chemo of 5 days each. My daughter's medical aid were exhausted. There were no funds left.
We experienced the financial problems because Durban is a bit far.
There is a huge challenge for families due to the location of oncology centres, because you're travelling hundreds of kilometres away from home. And if you think of the fact that we can have a nice place for you to stay while you're going through this, and people that are in the same boat as you, it's an honour that we could be able to provide this to so many families.
Because I had a long way to come from Port Edward to here, so they provided me with a place to stay. It made me feel very happy.
We have just over 20 cancer care centres across the country with social workers and nurses that are doing incredible work.
When I was in hospital, they came to visit. They made me feel comfortable.
Joan started me with knitting to help me to get through everything. And I must say that therapy helped me a lot.
Having that counselling support and the information and the education plays a major role in the family's acceptance of a diagnosis and helping them to have coping skills throughout the process.
This center played a great role. Those financial constraints that we had were reduced by this place.
There are so many families that can benefit from our involvement, and we can just reach more families and more people. We have wonderful community members who bring us food parcels, which just kind of takes a bit of the burden off.
If ever this center could be established in other places, I think many people would survive.
We had a scan and the cancer was gone.
Even now, the relationship between me and my family is so wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
I just would like to say thank you for CANSA TLC for standing with us throughout this whole journey.
We say thank God for rescuing our child. We also thank the place called CANSA TLC. The good spirit is hovering over here. It's wonderful.
I told you that's going to be emotional. You know, it's always tough when we started talking about this virtual Relay for Life. We actually had a couple of Zoom meetings. Maria and Lucy and myself and obviously Jacques and Lilani and Rian, and the list goes on. And you know, the one thing that we were worried about is the fact that, you know, if you're not close together, are you going to be able to feel the emotion? And I actually said to Jacques before we started, I said to him, I'm a bit worried that that it comes across as cold, because we all yearn to hold each other and to hug each other and to love each other, and yet we're not allowed to. And while watching this video and even just talking about CANSA TLC, but it's above board, or across the board. I always get emotional, and it's just incredible. But one part of the relay that always stands out for me, at every single relay that I've done, is, of course, the luminaria ceremony. And we asked for tonight's relay whether Lilani will please lead the relay the luminaria for us. And she graciously accepted and said it would be her honor. So, if you can, if you've got a candle, I know you, we're not around the track, but imagine that we are. I want you to light a candle for that loved one that you've lost, and enjoy the luminaria ceremony with us.
Tonight, we invite you to remember those loved ones nearest and dearest to us, who have been ripped from this and our loving arms by cancer. Let us now take a moment and quiet our minds and invoke the spirit and images of those beautiful faces who will forever be etched in our memories. Today, we lift them high in our hearts, high in our minds and our souls. Today, we remember their pain. Oh, we remember their pain. Today, we also remember their laughter. We remember those moments of peace and acceptance. Today, we remember how brave they were while we held them close in our arms. Today, we remember our brave warriors. Today, we remember our fallen heroes. We remember all those we have lost, and yet they have given our Relay for Life families and friends hope.
I'm Anthea Bingle. I am from CANSA Relay For Life Athlone, and I'm a cancer warrior.
I'm Astrid Abrams, daughter of Anthea Bingle. I am her only child that she gave birth to, although she has a lot of other children that she takes care of and loves. My mom is just someone who draws people. She's not going to talk about herself. She's not going to be boastful about the things that she does. But people just kind of draw towards her, and it's something amazing to kind of see. Because what my mom does is she becomes this fighter, almost like a little shrink, that everyone else can deal with this process with her in a positive way.
The first survival lap that I ever did, I was crying the whole lap. The amount of love, the amount of inspiration that you get on the track with other survivors. It was an acknowledgement that I've survived. As a family, we've got to know each other. We know each other's strengths, we know each other's weaknesses, we know when to step in, when to step back. And I think for me, the value of CANSA Relay For Life Athlone family is knowing there's somebody on the other side. So whatever you're going through, you don't feel that you are alone, because you know that there's always somebody on the other side.
I relay for change for myself and my family, other survivors, those who have passed on.
She was only 3 months old when I discovered my lump. I think we kind of made a pact together after that, you know, we're going to fight. My cousin was involved with Relay for Life and she introduced me to it. I met a lot of other survivors. So I decided to start my own team with my family members and friends.
Someone said they relay for birthdays, and to me that's really special because I turned 30 this year and I was crying all day. I was crying all day because 3 years ago I never thought that I'd see my 30th birthday. So more birthdays, more bedtime kisses and stories and long walks on the beach, more time.
No matter what your age, no matter what your race, no matter your background or your status, there's always hope.
those of us here are ever mindful of the triumphs and tragedies represented by those we lost to cancer. We should never forget that while we enjoy our daily pleasures and the company of friends and family, there are others who have endured and are presently enduring the misery, deprivation, and discomfort of the diagnosis and treatment of cancer. We call your attention to the small table that occupies a place of dignity and honor. It is set for one, symbolizing the fact that some of our loved ones are missing from this gathering. They have been diagnosed with cancer, and they are some of the names and faces behind the luminaria. The chair is empty. Many of those who fought the battle with cancer are no longer with us, but rather than mourning their loss, we choose to celebrate their life. These people are unable to be with their loved ones and families now, so let us join together to recognize and honor them, and to bear witness to their struggle and their memory. The table is small, symbolizing the frailty of a single patient, sometimes alone in the fight against his or her disease. The tablecloth is white, symbolic of the medical profession. Doctors, nurses, and researchers who helped fight the battle for life. The single rose in the vase signifies the enduring love of their families and friends, and the strength of the patient's will to fight the disease that ultimately claimed many of them. The pink ribbon on the vase represents the ribbons worn on the lapels of millions who support those affected by cancer. A slice of lemon on the plate reminds us of the bitter battle against a deadly disease, a battle fought by more than 1.3 million new patients each year. The salt sprinkled on the plate reminds us of the countless tears of personal anguish shed by the patient and those shed by family members and friends who have lost a loved one. The glass is inverted in memory of those people who are not here to join our celebration of successes, but the candle represents the light of hope that lives in the hearts of all of us. Hope represented by cancer survivors, and the hope for the care and support as a result of the detailed work of the medical profession, made able through funds generated through events such as the Relay for Life.
Lay down your sweet and weary head. The night is falling. You have come to journey's end.
Sleep now. Dream of the ones who came before. They are calling from across a distant shore.
Why do you wait? What are these tears upon your face?
Soon you will see. All of your fears will pass away.
Safe in my arms, you're only sleeping. shadows falling out of memory and time.
Don't say we have come now to the end. White shores are calling. You and I will meet again.
And you'll be here in my arms, just sleeping. What can you see on the horizon? Why do the white gulls call?
Across the sea, a pale moon rises. The ships have come to carry you home, and all will turn to silver glass. Light on the water, gray ships pass into the west.
To each and every one of our fallen heroes, we do salute you. We remember you. And as every relay that I've ever been to, we salute you. We salute the survivors. We salute the caregivers. And to each and every one of you, you are heroes. Sorry. This
Yeah.
part gets to me at every relay, but in every way, in a good way. It is-
Every single time.
it does. And Emmanuel was saying just now, it's funny the distance between us, but something like this and an event like this, I haven't felt as close to all of you, even on the chats and seeing your comments. And Sonia Pretorius, I heard you, Nana, as well. Relay for Anthea and for Sadia, but for each and every one that we've lost, it's for you. For every survivor out there, it's for you. And it's very special. And thank you for being a part of this.
Absolutely. Are we supposed to carry on like this afterwards? Now, while we were busy doing the preparations for this Relay for Life, this virtual Relay for Life, we thought it would be fun to actually get the staff partners, some of the volunteers, and even some of the management involved in a music video. Now, of course, the theme is You'll Never Walk Alone. Okay, so we decided, Jacques and myself decided to actually go into studio and record the song for this special occasion, and to get the staff and the volunteers and just a whole bunch of people to do the music video for us. So I know people have been waiting for it, so I hope you're going to enjoy this. I really hope you're going to enjoy this. And just reading the comments, guys, thank you for the compliments. We really appreciate it, and it's our absolute honor to be able to bring this to you guys and to MC this phenomenal event. So with no further ado, that's my thing to say. Let's go look at what you guys did when a camera was pointed towards you. All right, are you ready?
It was most definitely your turn.
I had such a laugh. So let's do it.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark.
the end of the storm is a gold eye, and the sweet silver song of the lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk
Gauteng, Noordwes Limpopo relayers, bly asseblief veilig. Kry julle relay planne in plek. Sien julle op die relay baan.
Eastern Cape relayers, be safe and keep your relay dreams alive.
Cape Metro, Hoyland Overberg, West Coast, Southern Cape. Celebrate, remember, fight back, together we can.
Free State and Northern Cape relays, I see you on the track.
KZN, we walk together in celebration. See you on the relay track.
Relayers, in the current state of the world, we continue to remember, to fight back and celebrate together. Through Relay for Life, we walk the track, and I can't wait to join you in all events in Mpumalanga. My name is Sam Chikumbura, and I relay to imagine a world without cancer.
A call to action. That's what you just heard from each and every one of the staff, management. Well, not each and every one, but I can tell you the forefront of cancer is everybody. The helpers. I mean, you can back me up. Yeah, be you a volunteer, be you a staff partner, be you management. Everybody, it's in your blood. It's in your heart. And we're drawing to a close right now. And the event. We are so used to our relays being a full 12 hours. And anybody that's done that relay, you feel it, and you do. And let me tell you, the emotions and everything we've experienced tonight is anything. It's huge. And you don't think that from a distance you can feel it, but you do, because each and every one of us carry what we do inside. And what's awesome about a relay is we get to share it, whether it's on the chatting on here or whether it's on the phone, that phone call always helps, or WhatsApp and things like that. And while I'm on that about sharing, this relay may be drawing to a close, but it doesn't stop here. Once it's done and everything's there, this whole production, be it an hour plus, is ready to be shared. Share it far and wide. Throw as many watch parties as you can. Whether you're on our YouTube platform, please go subscribe on this one, and you've got access to it. Share it. Put it out there. Download it.
And by subscribing, you'll actually be notified immediately when we do something like this again.
Yes.
Because the fact of the matter is, when we started organizing, we were a bit worried if we're going to go longer than an hour that people will get bored. And if I look now how quickly this hour went, I I can honestly say that the next one has to be a little bit longer at least, because we are so hungry to relay.
And if I can tell you, the viewership has only climbed. We have not come down in any way. And I stand alone on the one watch party I'm throwing at the moment. There are 95 people, 95 eyes currently here. And that doesn't include any of the other watch parties out there, anything of the YouTube, all of that. There are amazing, amazing ways to get this message out there. So please share this. And you need a gift. I have headwear on. Contact somebody. You'll be able to get hold of them here to put your order in. I saw earlier, I think, when is September, your order's in. Fantastic. I love that. So, guys, there's always a way to help. Whether your help can just be to share this post, this event, to share the event, do a watch party, as many as you can. It's awesome. The more and more we get the word out there, the more and more relay. You never walk alone. And someone out there will be touched by this and find something and a message that they really need.
Well, I've got to quickly tell a fast story before we can ask Rian to close the relay for us. But this morning at like 5 o'clock, because I woke up at 5 to start getting everything ready for tonight, because I wish you could see the studio. There are 5 laptops going at the same time. There are
cell phones.
A backup laptop that, if something were to go wrong, has been set up to just quickly plug in and live stream. So we made perfectly sure that nothing can go wrong tonight. And at 5 o'clock this morning, I wake up with a message, either 5 or 5:30 or somewhere there, a message from Maria on the virtual event group, already planning the next one. She's planning the next one.
We are super excited.
I feel like
like
Donald Trump at the moment, talking like. But this is how excited we are. And I think because tonight was such a fantastic event, it's not going to be long before we do the next one. So keep an eye on the CANSA page, the Cancer Association of South Africa Facebook page, and also on our YouTube, because we will be advertising the next one very, very soon. Okay, so Jacques, anything further you want to say?
Nothing from my side. I just want to say thank you very much to CANSA for having us be a part of this. Lucy, Maria, all of you, and sorry, I'm just naming the 2 of you there, but Leilani. The names, I'm actually drawing a bit of a blank right now, but
Lucy,
Marika,
Lucy,
all of you,
the list goes on.
Rian. It does. Each and every one of you are in our hearts right now, and always have been. And as much as you make sure nobody ever walks alone, you never will. We'll be walking with you along the way. And just thank you for having Emmanuel and myself and EP Digital be a part of this amazing event.
And for trusting us with it. So, let's stop talking now and let's give it over to the professionals. Rian, will you please do the closing for us? Really appreciate it. And have a blessed evening. And if you guys have nothing to do, Jacques and myself are actually doing a live show a little bit later at, I think, 7:30 or so. So if you guys want to, you're already a subscriber on our YouTube channel and you can join in the festivities
and
tonight.
More importantly, stay safe.
Stay safe.
According to Samantha Brook, the founder of the Happiness Club, life comes down to a choice between love and fear. With Relay for Life and our support of the Cancer Association of South Africa, it's important to focus on what we want rather on what we don't want. As with anything in life, we cannot control what happens to us, but we can choose how we react. From this crisis, we will cope. We will adopt new ways to recover and learn that we can support the Cancer Association of South Africa and each other in many ways that we never thought possible. As a long-time relayer, I stand with you and all the global Relay for Life volunteers to keep Relay for Life alive with hope. We must embrace our digital connectivity as we used to embrace in person, and we have to continue funding cancer's mission as we all work towards a world where we can celebrate more birthdays more often. Your donation of any value is needed more than ever to sustain the Cancer Association of South Africa so that they can provide the care and support as they have done for the past 89 years. You have heard me right. 89 years. That is amazing. You and I and everyone watching this evening are part of a Relay for Life family. And it's at times like these that we need and treasure family more than ever. I want to thank you for allowing me and everyone else into your homes and onto your screens this evening. I want to thank you for your continued support in the future of the Cancer Association of South Africa and the Relay for Life program. My name is Riaan Loubser and I am a proud relayer. Good night.